What's up everybody, my name is Derek from Directions, and in today's video I have another Nintendo Switch 2 case for you sent to me from FASTSNAIL. This is going to be a shock absorbent case. Naturally it's going to be a protective case. It claims that it is anti-scratch, non-slip, ergonomic grip, as well as a split design. Let's go ahead and unbox it, put it on our Nintendo Switch 2, and then see if it's worth your money. Alright, so here we have the FASTSNAIL protective case, and here we have our new unboxing tool, which is going to be a kitty case and also a little mini scissors. Cut the little plastic liner up top there. There we go. Nothing else in there except for maybe a card, nothing else in the box, a brand story kind of giving an origin story to FASTSNAIL and how they're making cases. But then we have the meat and potatoes right here. You naturally have some user manual packets and things like that. Make sure you read these. And then we have the case itself. So this case has always interested me because you can see that there's a kind of a Joy-Con controller right here already. But this case interested me because this reminds me of somewhat like a D-brand case, because you get the actual body, then you have the Joy-Con grips, and then you have this portion right here. So I think that all I had to do to kind of unbox everything is just pull the case out and everything else falls out together. Hopefully it holds better on the Nintendo Switch. So now that I actually have one of the grips in my hands, actually these two grips right here, I had to say that these are very comfortable. They're pretty soft, but at the same time they feel very, very grippy. They actually give the feeling as if you're holding your Joy-Con versus gripping your Joy-Con. You can see here that there's kind of this grippy design here with somewhat of like a texture, so that way this part is going to be resting in your palm. And so this actually feels really, really good. And then again, it is a soft plastic, but I'm not obtuse to that. You can see that in the inside, it doesn't look like you have to have any adhesive, so I hope that this thing actually stays on my Joy-Cons, because having to put adhesive stickers in here definitely makes things a little bit more trickier. We then have the actual case for the Nintendo Switch unit itself. You can see that the cutouts are nice and accurate. This is going to be where the game card is, the fans, the IR blaster, the volume rockers, the power button, and then on the bottom side you have more fans, a little bit of a divot here for the speakers, the USB-C portion, and then on the back portion of this is going to be the actual cutout for the Nintendo Switch 2 kickstand. So you can see that this is a translucent design. I actually really like that. You can see that there's a little bit of a silver kind of metallic-ish color. The design here, I do like this little small accent colors, but I also really do like the fact that it is translucent. It does have a little bit of bend and flex into it, which is a good thing because you don't want this plastic to be so hard and so dense that if it falls, then it's going to crack and fall off your Switch. We then have the shell portion of this case, and this is going to be hard plastic. You can see that it is opaque, it is not translucent. You can see here that it has that silver metallic-ish kind of accent coloring, and then the actual outer case actually has a little bit of depth to it. So you can see here, this is going to actually give a little bit more depth. It's not just flat plastic. But flipping it onto the inside, you can see where the Joy-Cons would be living, but this is also going to be a game card holder. So this is rubberized, so you can actually put your Nintendo Switch 2 games in here, and then you can actually carry this with your Nintendo Switch 2 as well as the case, so that way all your Nintendo Switch 2 gaming needs are pretty much all in one package. So let's go ahead and put this on the Nintendo Switch 2 here. You can see that I don't have a case on my Switch 2 as of now, but let's go ahead and take off the left Joy-Con, and let's go ahead and put it on the Joy-Con grip. So I typically like to start with the top portion first, so making sure that you capture the top buttons there, and then you kind of slide it in like that, and then you push the bottom in. So once you push the bottom in, it has a nice little snap to it, and then you can then see that the Joy-Con is going to be adhering. There are little lips that hold on to the Joy-Con itself, so that the way this little lip right here and this little lip that kind of goes along the long side portion that actually holds on to the Joy-Con. So now let's move on to the orange Joy-Con. And let's do the same process again, starting off on the top portion, just making sure that you're capturing all the buttons. And then once you have all the buttons kind of set in place, you push the top in a little bit more so that way the lip grabs the Joy-Con, and then you push the bottom portion of the Joy-Con into the case. And if you do it right, you're going to hear a little bit of a soft snap there, and there you go. So right off the bat, these Joy-Con grips feel really good. They are soft plastic, and because they're soft plastic, they make it a little bit more gentle to hold. And as you hold your Joy-Cons with the new grip, it feels like it is taking up your whole entire palm, so it feels really, really comfortable. So I'm actually digging on these so much so far. Now let's go ahead and install the FASTSNAIL case onto the Nintendo Switch 2. So we have the upper portion. Again, I always start off with the top there, making sure that all of the ports are going to be in alignment. And then at the bottom, I flip it over and I just snap everything in. So right off the bat, one of the things that I always look for whenever I'm installing a case is going to be, does the bottom grip onto the actual Switch 2 case? Because the way the Nintendo Switch 2 is designed, you can see here at the bottom, there's not a lot of places for the companies to create CADs to grab onto the bottom portion of the Nintendo Switch 2. So I always want to make sure that this section down here does have a little bit of give, but it doesn't fall off your Nintendo Switch 2, which is kind of normal at this point because, again, you can see here that the bottom portion does wiggle a little bit, but it doesn't fall off the Nintendo Switch 2, which is a really, really good thing. And then so now that I actually have the case on the Nintendo Switch 2 itself, I have to say that this looks really, really good. I love that silver kind of accent color. I love the fact that I have a kickstand section right here, so that way I'm able to go ahead and just do tabletop gameplay if I wanted to. But then let's go ahead and add everything together with the Joy-Con grips itself, and let's go ahead and see how that is going to look like. This looks really, really not good because you see how fast that kind of fell off. I mean, that came off instantly. I'm pretty sure I had this installed pretty snugly. I'm not going to cut here so that way you can know I'm not finagling the review. All right, so let's go ahead and put that back in. That is super funky, not what I was expecting at all. All right, so all right, maybe it was a one. Oh, nope. Okay, well, it does have a kind of a kill Switch 2 vibe here where it disconnects the Joy-Con pretty quickly. So that's not a good start. And I think that's going to be because there isn't any air gap here built into the design of the back of the Nintendo Switch 2. So you can see here that as I do that, it kind of slips off. That's not good. That's just the orange side. Let's see the blue side. Yep, the blue side too. Okay, so that's not a really good or promising thing because it just, I don't know. Oh, you can see that. Look at that. Look at how simple that comes off of the Joy-Con. So let's see. What if I just hold the Joy-Con itself? Does the Joy-Con, okay, the Joy-Con comes off, but the case actually comes off really easily as well. That's very disheartening. You can see here, everybody, that I haven't cut in the last few frames because I want to make sure that you see that this is an authentic review. And so this is actually really, really unfortunate. I feel like the game console with the case and the design looks really, really good, but it's not really protective because, I mean, really, honestly, you don't want your Switch 2 to fall off like that. That is very, very unfortunate. So let's see if I can replicate this. Oh, well, I mean, look at that. It just comes off so simply. I don't know if there is something I'm doing wrong, but the case, the Joy-Con case, comes off really, really simply. Oops, you can see that there. All right. So that is very, 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 very unfortunate because I really, really like this case, but there's a lot of kind of design flaws in here. So if you're not familiar, there is a little bit of a gap back here. You can see here kind of where that bluish section is. That's called the air gap technology that the Nintendo developers designed so that way there's flex in the Joy-Con. And that flex in the Joy-Con is actually what allows for the Joy-Con to not fall off of the Switch console itself. But when a company doesn't actually include that air gap technology, then you get situations like this. You can see here that my finger isn't on the release switch here, and you can see that it just kind of pops off. So with that said, I am very, very disappointed with this. I actually had a lot of high hopes for this particular case just because I like the design. It was free, but I obviously had to give you an honest review. But before we do move on, there's obviously going to be some things that we don't like about this case, but let's go ahead and place it in like this, and bing, bang, boom. This is actually really, really dope because I love the fact that it's so compact, even though there are some situations where the Joy-Con isn't working as we would hope. It's actually a very, very nice design. So if you are very, very careful, you can actually use this case, but again, you want to make sure that you're holding it and maybe have your Nintendo Switch 2 on top of a pillow, just because there's a high potential of the Switch kind of dropping off of the Joy-Con like that. So I guess that doesn't really matter if you have this on like that. So you can throw this into your book bag or your purse, and this is going to be super protective. It's just not going to be as protective whenever you're actually using the device. Alright, so the last thing is going to be, does this case fit into the OEM Switch 2 docking station? So here we go. You can see here we have the docking station, and we're just going to slip it in, and it fits. Yep, that is a winner. So very, very impressed with that. No snugness there. I know there's some cases out there that say that they're dock station friendly, but it is very snug. This one is not snug in a good way, and you can actually feel that the Nintendo Switch USB-C ports and connectors are connecting with each other. So that is a win in my eyes. All right, so there you have it. This case feels and looks really good theoretically, but unfortunately there are some situations where your Joy-Con just doesn't want to stay connected to your Nintendo Switch 2 because it doesn't have that air gap technology. Dbrand, a massive company in the kind of gaming accessory handheld space, actually made this mistake itself. But overall, if you're willing to just be more careful with your Nintendo Switch 2 and its case, you're actually going to really love this case because it feels really ergonomic. The buttons feel really, really good. The button placement, the case placement, the fact that it docks in the OEM docking station, it all feels really, really good. It looks really, really good. It actually is very protective for your Nintendo Switch 2 because you could go like this, and I mean, again, you can just kind of throw it into your book bag or your purse or whatever, and it does serve a lot of purposes because you then have the ability to carry around your game cartridges inside of the kind of hard shell. So the thing that I'm reserved about this case and telling you to go out and buy this case is the fact that, I mean, look at this. It just kind of falls apart like that. I am very, 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 I don't know, very careful about that type of thing because I'm a clumsy person, and the fact that, you know, I might be playing a game and then I'll scratch my face. I'll be like this, and then I'll scratch my face and boop. It's just, I don't know. I don't like the fact that I had to be extra super careful, but there are some of you who are okay with being ultra super careful. So, you know, maybe mix and matching some of the cases is actually going to be what you need to do. I could totally foresee myself switching out the Joy-Con grips and then putting like the Dbrand version on these ones, so that way I could keep the case because I like the case itself. I like the fact that it's OEM docking station friendly. I don't have to have some funky Dbrand accessory to dock my Nintendo Switch, but I don't like the fact that the Joy-Cons fall off. So what I think I'll probably do in the near future is just put the Dbrand grips onto the Joy-Cons, but then keep the case. And I think that's going to be probably a perfect case for me. I do like everything about the case, but obviously there are those two things that I don't like. Again, being the fact that the Switch cases on the Joy-Cons come right off, and then also the fact that the Joy-Con comes off. So that's never a good thing. All right, everybody, so that's my review on the FASTSNAIL protective case. Again, FASTSNAIL and I have a collaboration for me to review this particular case, but I am going to be brutally honest with you. I would have to say that because of the fact that the Joy-Cons go like this, I mean, just the fact that the Joy-Cons disconnect so easily, and then the fact that the case on the Joy-Con falls apart, I can't recommend this to you. I know FASTSNAIL, I'm supposed to be kind of giving you good reviews for your products, but I can't lie to my viewers. I'm really, really sorry. With that being said, I will have to say you should probably skip on this case because it may cause you more headaches and a lot of heartache, especially if your Switch 2 drops on the ground, because the detachment of the Joy-Cons and also the detachment of the case from the Joy-Cons. All right, everybody, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to hit like and subscribe down below. below. If you're on the mobile phone watching this video, make sure you press hype. That really shows YouTube that it should share my video a little bit more and my channel. And then also leave a comment down below with what's the Nintendo Switch 2 case that you're using on a daily basis. I'll see you in the next one.